All right, but it's Survivor Series time. That's what we're here for. Survivor Series is a Sunday, and we're doing our predictions. SmackDown just went off the air, and I felt as though, like, okay, this is the best time to do the Survivor Series predictions. A lot of things are happening. We have 6 Raw versus SmackDown matches, which, once again, I don't know how this is going to play out because with the score going to be tied, I doubt it. There's a Battle Royal that they don't count the pre-show anyway. And obviously, it's only going to be 6 matches because, 1, these matches are going to get time. And 2, they're going to be celebrating 30 years of The Undertaker. 30 years of The Undertaker.
Of who?
30 years of The Undertaker.
Of who?
Well, if you guys are new, if y'all were just pay attention to this week, it's Mark Calloway. Because,
oh my gosh. Come on now, you gotta tell it long enough.
It's The Undertaker. You talking about that?
Thank you.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, 30 years of The Undertaker. I swear he better come out on Survivor Series. So they're playing something big for...
Sure.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I heard a couple names that they said that they're gonna have.
Look, I don't know. I'm old school. I'm excited for the BSK stuff. But, I don't understand. Now, people understand this. Brian Zane, somebody from Wrestling Regret that me and Prime both have, contacted with, put out on Twitter saying this man has spent 30 years protecting the mystique of The Undertaker, and this week alone, The Undertaker is just like this month alone, Undertaker came out the whole shell, bro. He came out.
I don't know. He been doing interviews. What did he do so special? I only seen one thing he did this week. So I seen 2 things he did this week. So what else did he do?
Okay, so what's the 2 things you saw?
I seen him on the Hot Ones.
Yeah, everybody talking about the Hot Ones, dude. He dropped
and
no
then
milk.
I seen him do TikTok.
Yep, he did TikTok. He was on Hot Ones. The man was playing Battlegrounds with his daughter in the commercial. Did you see that Battleground commercial?
Oh yeah, I seen that commercial. Yes.
And then on top of that, did you hear about the clothing line?
The what? Oh, with Snoop Dogg. Yes. Okay. Yes, I did.
The collaboration with the Snoop Dogg and the clothing line, low key, I want it.
He did something else there.
Yo, bro.
First
of all, wait. You not stuck? Did you not see the gift that people was put up there of Keenan in Good Burger where he's like, why?
Oh,
when he hit sit back car, and they was talking about that about Snoop Dogg and Undertaker, and I was just like, look, I understand if Undertaker.
We know that's not. We know where the smoke comes from, and it's not the pyrotechnics. So.
Yeah. Look, first of all, I thought it was a hoax. I was like, okay, that's funny because Undertaker, if he collaborates with anybody, it's gonna be somebody like Johnny Cash, somebody like that, right?
Or what's the other dude, Kid Rock?
Yeah,
somebody like that.
No, I think he'll do with Limp Bizkit first. You'll think
over Kid Rock.
I don't know.
The Undertaker.
You right. I just don't want to give him that credit. I can't stand Kid Rock sometimes. And I know Kid Rock personally just don't like me. So I'm just like, okay. Well, but Snoop Dogg was like, and then when Snoop Dogg tweeted out, I said, wow. And I went and see some of the merch. Bro, they got a shirt that says, it's an Undertaker thing. Like a G thing, but it's a Taker thing with his symbol in the middle. I low-key want that shirt.
I think he was on another episode of Stone Cold Sessions too.
Yes, they're showing that on after Survivor Series Part 2.
And then they did a Undertaker and Kane sit down.
Yeah, they did Undertaker Kane documentary. They did a Paul Bearer documentary. I'm like, I missed all this shit.
Yeah, Undertaker been making his rounds.
We should have reviewed it on the show. We missed that thing. So Sunday Survivor Series, we're going to come up with what the Undertaker's probably going to do, and then. But first off, we're going to go to predictions of this stuff. So here we go. Let's start off with the first match. Obviously, get this out of the way. The battle of the mid-card championships. The United States champion Bobby Lashley from the Hurt Business taking on Sami Zayn, who's the Intercontinental champion. So obviously this feud is better than what it was with Bobby Lashley's sisters, but it is heel versus heel. You know how Vince hates heel versus heel, or face versus face. Even though we do have, because the women's match is face versus face also. But who do you have win this matchup?
For one, I'm gonna say I don't really care about this match, but I would say Bobby Lashley just because he's been more utilized on his show than Sami Zayn has.
I think Sami getting squashed.
I don't know about getting squashed.
I think Sami getting squashed, bro.
I can see like a 5-minute match.
I see Sami getting a glorified squash match to help build up.
Real quick.
So yeah, I think he's getting squashed. I'm gonna say it helped build up the Hurt Business a lot, and I think they are in favor of the Hurt Business. So I got Bobby actually winning in a glorified squash match and taking Sami Zayn out.
Okay. Yeah, I got Bobby winning too. Just nothing really of note happening. I don't see.
Yep. Okay, let's go to the women's champion. The women's match. The Raw Women's Champion Asuka taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks.
It would have been good if we didn't see this feud
the whole summer
4 months ago. Yep.
Yeah, the whole side, it's the problem. They exhausted this whole feud, and then this could have been something that you guys could have built up to, but this is why, the Survivor Series now sucks, in my personal opinion. And and Sasha and Asuka are going to have a good match. They're going to have a great match because that's what they do. But it's just that it's been exhausted so much to the point this past summer. Literally, there was a time where Sasha won against Asuka 3 weeks in a row, and I was like, "That's not."
On the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Kind of like when Asuka went up against Charlotte, and I'm like, it was special at one point, but now it's been done to death so many times. You know it's gonna be a good match of it, but it's after a while. Now I know something remember JBL back in the day made a comment saying if you're going to get good matches out of these people, why you complain about them? Because it's redundant.
And the matches don't be good all the time now.
It just be I remember the time Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler put on a great match, but then they started doing 6 weeks in a row. I'm like, nobody wants to keep seeing this. Something that happen with good matches is the freshness to it. And if they start bringing different freshness to it, well, then that's something that it needs to happen. But, it's going to be another matchup. I actually have Sasha Banks winning because she's been getting bitched by Carmella the most 3 weeks in a row on SmackDown. And I'm
I actually have Asuka winning because of Carmella interfering.
Okay. Yeah, but I was like, if Sasha can't see Carmella coming now, after each 3 weeks that she would have her back turned, Carmella has been just obviously attacking her. It really, because right now we are in November, so TLC she'll get a match with Carmella and she'll make her tap out, and then we'll go into the Royal Rumble. We'll go into the next feud. This is a bridge feud to get Sasha to the Royal Rumble and hopefully have Bianca Belair win the damn thing. Hopefully. But I have Sasha Banks winning this matchup.
Okay, I got Asuka winning by a cheat. Carmella doing something.
Okay. Now let's go into a match I am actually excited to see, the tag team match, where it's the New Day, Kofi and Xavier taking on the Street Profits, Montez and Angelo Dawkins. They're the SmackDown tag team, and New Day's the Raw tag team. They had an 8-man tag match on SmackDown tonight where they were trying to outdo each other. There's no reason in hell the New Day need to win this match.
Yeah, I think the Street Profits will win because they need to get over.
Yeah, they need to go. The New Day's 10-time champs. They have done it
10
all.
time.
Are they 10 times?
Are you just saying that? Or are you just playing?
I think they're 10-time champs.
I think they're
9 or
8 or 9.
Oh, wait, no. They were 9, and they had the whole thing where they exchanged the belts, which made each team a a new team. Remember, because Xavier was like, we're 9 or 10, right? Because of the whole switch thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they sneaking up the Harlem Heat. they creeping up that joint. I know.
Wow. All right.
They packing
Learn
up.
something new every day.
They are packing up the New Day championships like they doing Cena and Charlotte when it comes to the championships. And you just gonna blink and they gonna be like 16-time tag team champions, the New Day. So I was like, wow. Well, New Day does not need this win. They're definitely going to. I have Street Profits winning, and I also have. I had this being could be one of the matches of the night.
Yeah. Just like how New Day and the Shield actually had probably one of the matches of the nights year before last, I think.
Oh, you talking about in 2017?
Yeah, whenever Ambrose was leaving. So probably 2018.
Well, you talking about it was the Shield versus New Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was 2018.
That was the 2017 because that was the same Survivor Series that had AJ versus Brock for the SmackDown versus Raw Championship. That's when they had the big ass.
It had to be in 2018 because it was Dean Ambrose. It was Dean Ambrose farewell.
The New Day and Shield match was not okay. Look,
did they fight 2 years in a row? Wait a minute.
No. Okay, I'm telling you, it's 2017. You gonna look it up? You want me to look it up?
I'll look it up.
Okay, 2017 is when they had that matchup. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, 2017.
Yeah, because
so why did they?
And
what?
And next in 2018 is when that Survivor Series was like it was kind of that's when they had the because that's when Becky got injured. They did the Ronda versus Charlotte thing, and Charlotte did the snap and everything. That's when they had Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Dean Ambrose.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Dean Ambrose wasn't even on that show. I don't think.
I could have sworn I thought the tagline was because he was leaving. We just gonna do all this stuff because he's leaving.
No.
I could have sworn. Okay, well, all right, you got that one.
Yeah. So, but which one I on? I was on the Street Profits one, right?
We was leaving the Street Profits. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I got Street Profits winning. So, right now that got my score at Raw 1 and SmackDown 2.
Okay.
Now let's go. We're gonna save. That's gonna be the main event. The Women's Survivor Series 505. We got Team Raw, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce. Which I also understand why they broke her and Billie Kay. Taking on Team SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Bailey. So, in all honesty, the SmackDown got the better lineup, period.
Yes.
And
definitely.
On top of that, I don't understand in kayfabe sense, why would you take out your Survivor Series parts, like such as why would you take out Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke? Well, excuse me, Reckoning took out Dana Brooke, but why would you take out Mandy Rose? But I heard that she did get an injury. Now, I know people want to blame Nia Jax for this, but if you go back and look at it, Mandy just ain't grabbed the rope. So she kind of like was salty and fell on her shoulder and hurt herself.
You know what I think? Somehow Seth Rollins had something to do with this injury.
I don't know who's discovered the Foreman Grill, brother. But anyway, so there's a couple outcomes for this matchup. I don't think it's just an open and closed thing. So, what do you have going on for this matchup? And if you just have a simple answer, I'm going to lay it out of what I think may happen.
Okay, for one, I think Bianca's going to get most eliminations.
Okay.
I think it might be down to Bianca and Bailey. Maybe. Because Bailey is just coming off of, like, a record-breaking championship reign, and then to just have her just get pinned by Lana, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, just to me just made it look stupid. Unless it's by one of those shocking roll-up pins, but
Yeah.
I got Team SmackDown winning, and then I have Team Raw, Shayna Baszler being the surviving member, the last member to get eliminated. And then, of course, Nia Jax gets disqualified. I probably put Lana through a table.
Okay, I like that. Now, here's what I'm thinking. It goes two ways. It's like Lana been going through an announce table 9 straight weeks, okay? And they have been embarrassing this woman on television and everything. And even the tie they went.
Don't think they're going to make it 10 at the pay-per-view, because they are. Don't think.
No. Please underestimate me. But no, what I think is going to happen is if Raw wins, Lana's going to be the final survivor. This is why I think that.
Why do you think it?
So throughout Nia Jax don't want her on the team in the first place. So what Nia Jax is going to do is she's going to put her through the announce table. And while the match is going on, we're going to forget about Lana. She has the problem with Natalya. Remember, her and Natalya had this weird friendship and tag team over the summer. And Natalya just dropped her and then embarrassed her. And didn't even help her go to the announce table. So what happened is they could find a clever way to have Bianca Belair get counted out. They're not going to pin Bianca Belair or make her tap out. They probably get counted out in a way. And then I think Lana comes up and rolls up Natalya to get her heat back. And that's the way Raw could win. And Lana being the final survivor that way. Or roll up Bayley, one or the other. Now, the question is if I think Raw is actually going to win. Which I think that they shouldn't, because I don't understand. They said it was a Peyton Royce thing in the first place. So what I would do is have Team SmackDown win, but I would have, like you said, Bayley and Bianca Belair be the surviving members of the team, and that way they can set up a feud, because Bianca Belair needs some kind of feud to kind of prove herself. Remember when? Because usually in wrestling, as you've seen it, it always goes Survivor Series, you get eliminations, and then Royal Rumble, if they plan for you to win, like that helps you out. Remember when 2013 when like Roman Reigns eliminated the whole Survivor Series team by himself?
Yeah.
Or
got a little push, a little bit.
Yeah. Or remember when Asuka was the surviving member on the Survivor Series team and then went on to win the Royal Rumble? Like, that's how they kind of booked them. So if Bianca Belair is their next player, I think that, of course, her and Bayley survive. Bayley puts her over in a feud. It gets her away from Sasha, puts her over in a feud, and then she goes to win the Royal Rumble and challenges Sasha at WrestleMania. I think she's I think she's that legit that you can, push her forward like that. So I have Team SmackDown winning, but if Team Raw wins, I do have a feeling it's going to be something set up to get Lana her heat back.
I doubt it. I don't think Lana's getting no heat back. You don't put nobody through a table 10 times in a row and trying to make them to get their heat back.
I mean, I agree with you, but
you know how long it took? I don't even remember his name. Hold up.
Damn.
Kurt Hawkins. You know how long it took Kurt Hawkins to lose his streak? It took him 3 years.
Ugh. Yeah, and that's why he's not there now, Brian Myers. So let's go on to the Raw 5-on-5 Survivor Series team. The only one they've actually built anything for when it comes to the Raw side. So you got Team Raw, AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus. Well. Captain AJ?
I don't remember these names, but I do remember Dopey.
Okay, let's see. So I know there was Dopey, there was Broly, there was Fireface, there was God, this is terrible. What was AJ Slapper?
I don't remember, but I feel like that was definitely from Vince himself.
Yeah, it was like, okay, and Dopey season Steve got it. And so, but it's AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle versus Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Otis. Let me go off the back right now because I probably care about this, one, more than I should, and two, probably more than you do. but they did Big E dirty. I don't know what the hell is going to happen or why they changed their mind, because they was going around and saying Big E was going to be the last one to get this spot, which he should. And Big E should have been a sole survivor for Team SmackDown, so y'all can build Big E up so he can win the Rumble. Like right now, this New Day thing, this split from the New Day has to pay off. New Day, Kofi and Woods is getting more screen time every week on Raw, and came to SmackDown on Friday, where Big E is getting virtually none. And I'm like, this New Day thing. They
have that one backstage segment with the street stuff.
Yeah, you're right, with the Street Profits, with the Undertaker shit. And I'm like, y'all have got to find a way to legitimately pay this thing off of splitting him with the New Day, because if that's all the case, this whole thing was a waste. And honestly, once that split happened, they cooled him off. He had a great Falls Count Anywhere match with Sheamus, and that took a new heights. And I'm just like, okay, continuing that, give him people to beat, have him go a streak and everything like that, and then put him on a Survivor Series team and have him be the sole survivor going up against like Keith Lee or AJ Styles. It will show his single skills. But all of a sudden they put this shit on Otis. I'm sorry.
It's definitely not a good. Nah.
No, not at. I'm just like, look, I understand Otis is going with the whole Alpha Academy thing with Chad Gable, and I'm like, okay, first of all, Chad Gable don't need to be mentoring anybody. Chad Gable needs to be going and getting his shit together too. And I'm like, okay, honestly, you could take off King Corbin. You can actually take off Seth Rollins. You can even take off Kevin Owens on this team, and they could have been replaced. Like, I'm so sick of King Corbin. You already know I don't like Baron Corbin or King Corbin, whatever the case may be. But I just felt as though this was a strong disservice to Big E. And I'm like, Otis? And I'm like, and they do nothing with Tucker. They should have even broke up a Heavy Machinery. He's not a top guy like that.
And they broke up all the tag teams just to do nothing with them.
To do nothing with them at all. And I'm like, and so if you do Otis and Gable to do another tag team, that's stupid, because Tucker's dead now. I figured what y'all could have did was that there was no blow off. Y'all could have did Tucker versus Otis for the pre-show, Raw versus SmackDown right there, if y'all had to, because there's no blow off. But all of a sudden they don't do that. We get a dumbass battle royal, which probably they're gonna stick Big E and he probably gonna win, which not going to count. So
pretty much.
So it sucks. I had to get that out because that pissed me off when I was like, wait a minute. And Otis even had to qualify for the match. Seth Rollins qualified, King Corbin qualified, Jey Uso qualified, Kevin Owens qualified. So why is Otis don't have to qualify? Because it's
why is it like Mysterio or Murphy in this match? They definitely way more qualified than Otis.
On top, Mysterio lost to Corbin. That's why. 'Cause that was stupid. And then Murphy beat Rollins, and I figured, but they probably want Rollins on Survivor Series because it's Rollins, and he can put on good matches and stuff like that. But I'm like, but go home and be with your baby. Like you could put Murphy on here to help build him up. Like I said, I would take Seth Rollins off because he just lost to Murphy. You could take him off and put on Murphy, and you can take out, because if Jey Uso and Kevin Owens is beefing, why put them on the same team? Why put them
do stuff like that?
Why put them on the same team? Jey Uso should be feuding with Daniel Bryan and not be on the Survivor Series team. Then you can take Jey Uso off, and you can put, because look, I understand Jey Uso has a new look and everything like that. He got a new thing going with Roman Reigns, but once again, when his brother comes back, they're going to be the Usos again, and they're going to run with the Tribal Chief, and that's going to be the stable. So he's still a tag team guy. So I don't know why, if y'all trying to push Big E as a single star, why is that not the move? So now when I see this, all the story that's been going on the Raw, there's no way Team Raw loses this matchup, especially after they had to lose to Retribution on Monday. They lost to Retribution. Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle lost to Retribution. Let that sink in real quick. Retribution is dead. It sucks. Nobody likes Retribution. And they won. They won a match against fucking these three guys. The Hurt Business took out Retribution and damn near squashed them.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Hurt
like 4 weeks in a row. Yeah.
The Hurt Business damn near squashed the Retribution. And you mean to tell me a team with Keith Lee, Shane? I don't care about the infighting. Infighting is every year, but there's more infighting. Why would Seth Rollins, after losing 2 weeks in a row, one to Mysterio and one to Murphy, even want to be part of this team? For SmackDown? He just got there. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's what I said. They don't never like they don't them parts don't be making sense.
Yeah. Why does Jey Uso want to all of a sudden beat the shit out of Kevin Owens but then work with him for SmackDown? He listened to the Tribal Chief. Don't do it. If Roman say don't be on that Survivor Series team, then don't be on there. King Corbin is Vince's guy. Vince for some reason likes King Corbin. First of all, the King shit got to go. I'm tired of the King shit.
Hasn't it been over a year? Don't they only do it for a year?
They only do it for a couple months if they can get it over.
Obviously it hasn't been.
There's only two people in wrestling that has gotten over the King gimmick. That has gotten the King gimmick over.
Who's the second person?
William Regal.
Oh, okay.
Jerry the King Lawler was already the king. Okay, he was the king. He was the king of Memphis. So the King of the Ring ain't make Jerry Lawler. But there's only two. You know what? I'll throw a third one in there with the Macho King. The Macho King wasn't bad. I'll give you that one. But
that when he had the scepter? He was like hitting people over the head with
exactly.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that, but you already know who number one is. So, other than those, and for those we're talking about King Booker, but for those who don't understand, it's King Booker, William Regal, and Macho Man.
I was gonna say maybe, or maybe Owen too, maybe.
Well.
But maybe not because he didn't like.
I mean, Owen Hart was a good King of the Ring.
Extended, yeah. Yeah,
but he wasn't acting like he didn't change his gimmick to like royalty or nothing like that.
Like King Mabel.
Yeah, like the King Mabel shit.
From rapping to
royalty
to the
like,
throne.
Yeah, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like King Mabel sucked. Billy Gunn sucked so bad that they turned it into a joke. Like I'm not going to Billy Gunn this King of the Ring. Shamrock didn't do nothing with it. Triple H refused to wear the crown. Stone Cold just, became Stone Cold with 316 with it. He wasn't a king. He just like, I won a tournament. That's what it was.
I think that was that Stone Cold? Somebody was telling the story how, I think it might have been Triple H, where he was like, he kept destroying the crown, and they kept making a new one, and he kept destroying it.
Yeah, Triple H.
One day they just, So one day they just said, all right, you're not gonna wear it.
Yeah, you're not gonna wear this stupid shit. I'm not gonna wear the crown. So yeah, he all them people, and then you go Edge didn't do anything with it. Brock Lesnar he just got his chance at SummerSlam because they changed the rules to it. And then Kurt Angle, he was going around with the King robe and stuff like that on, but he was still just the arrogant, pompous asshole that Kurt Angle was. King Sheamus wasn't bad, but it was like it ran its course. But like I said, William Regal, King Booker, William Regal, and Macho King, the only ones that took that gimmick and actually stayed for something. King Corbin, they should need to go. People, you forgot it was a King of the Ring thing. They're like, really? Oh, he's the one who won it? Whatever. So yes, I have Team Raw winning, and I have Keith Lee and Braun Strowman as the only survivors.
Okay. I have Team Braun winning, but I think Braun gets eliminated by a double count out because he always does.
He always does.
Yeah, always. So he's gonna be. I think it's gonna be another Keith Lee moment, just like last year was.
Well, oh god, okay.
What? You don't think it's gonna be a big Keith Lee moment like it was last year?
But against who though? It's like if Keith Lee was
maybe
going
he's the final one. Maybe he's the final one, and then he gotta take out all 5 members or all 4 members or whoever left.
It's kind of like the Keith Lee moment came so good because he was going head to head with Roman. You know what I'm saying? And
Seth.
Yeah, and it was just like, yo, and him and Roman actually had like a good little 5-minute match before Roman won for SmackDown, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm like, to have that moment again, it'd be like him and Big E squaring up. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. I don't care about Keith Lee and Otis. I don't care. Seth Rollins is like he's just not going to be there. Jey Uso, like, bruh, seriously. I'm like, look, I like Jey Uso and I like the way they're pushing him and stuff like that, but I'm like, I still look at Jey Uso.
Yeah, I don't think he not no singles guy, especially on the especially the first one. He's like the first member announced.
The first one because he qualified for the match. He beat Daniel Bryan.
I don't like it.
Yeah, so you know that's what. It, so I got Raw winning this because SmackDown won last year. So, but I still got SmackDown with the overall great main event time. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, taking on Drew McIntyre. This is the one that is WrestleMania worthy because I'm loving heel Roman and I'm loving face Drew McIntyre.
Can we please stop using that?
What, Tribal Chief?
No, WrestleMania worthy.
Byron Saxton is the one that be dogging it today.
Did you hear what Triple H said?
No.
He said Roman and Drew McIntyre is our Stone Cold versus The Rock.
I'm not that mad at that.
But how is it Stone Cold versus The Rock?
It's like, okay. Each era has.
I know, I understand, but I'm saying he's comparing the match quality and the moments of the big, quote unquote, the biggest moments probably in history of WWE. He's comparing that to McIntyre and Roman.
No, okay, well, I'm not going to give it that much credit, but I'm like, you got to see where it's coming from here because I said this is like Batista and Cena when they was at their peaks before Batista went out and then they did, because you can argue in the 2000s it's Batista and Cena or it's Randy and Cena, so it's, you know, it's both of them. But the thing is, Drew McIntyre this year has been booked like an absolute beast. Like if you watch Drew McIntyre matches, he kicks out at 1 at everything. He don't go down for a 2 count. He never has. Not this year, unless he loses. If Drew goes for a 2 count, it's either one of long-winded matches or it's he losing the match, which he has not done. So, and then before the pandemic started, the 3-2-1 countdown for the Claymore stuff, it got over like gangbusters. The crowd was into all that. So even when Drew McIntyre was doing the sarcastic jokes like, hold on, I'm about to go in the ring and Claymore kick you, but I just want to sit here and talk to the person in the audience and stuff like that. He was being a smart ass. At the end of last year into the beginning of this year, it got over. Everybody was on Drew McIntyre train. He beats Lesnar in short fashion, and he straight dominates. I will give him that. I think that the year of McIntyre was pretty dope. I think the Randy Orton feud was way too long. He just destroyed him. There was no need for him and Randy Orton to keep doing the shit they was doing, and that was great. So then Roman comes back, and we all know we did not like Roman as a babyface. Vince could not get him over, but he did the whole thing with coming out there spearing the Fiend and spearing Braun Strowman. He had the thing where I'm just gonna sign, go out there and win and call it a day. Kind of like that Payback where he had the Fiend and Braun just kill each other. They came out there and just speared and won the match. Like, that's some heel shit to do. And I'm like, and then the whole Tribal Chief thing, the Jey Uso storyline got over more better than people thought it was. I will give him that. And I like how it's like Heyman is scared of him.
You mean to tell me years down the line you gonna say, yeah, I remember McIntyre and Reigns had the feud of the century?
I'm gonna say
because this is how Triple H is looking at it.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to say that years down the line because what's happening is they're not going to book. You can't book a rivalry like this when they're not on the same show. I'm just saying he's looking at it as I understand how you're interpreting it, but he's looking at it as the top babyface that has gotten over naturally, going up against the top heel who has gotten over naturally in The Rock versus Stone Cold. That's how it happened. Everybody hated The Rock. Everybody loved Stone Cold, and it was the most organic thing to the point where everybody was popping on it. Down the line, am I going to talk about Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns? I would if they booked it right. Same thing with Batista and Cena. In 2005, when Batista was like, yo, he was too hot for Raw, he went to SmackDown and changed everything, and Cena came to Raw, everybody was just like, okay, Batista is killing it on SmackDown, and Cena is killing it on Raw. It's just that back then, they didn't have no Raw versus SmackDown bullshit at Survivor Series, so they didn't have Cena go up against Batista at any of those times. And when Cena and Batista finally did have a rivalry, it was in 2010. The steam between them already kind of wore off already. So I'm not saying it's going to be a thing where you remember down the line, and I'm saying maybe it's so egregious to call it Stone Cold and The Rock, but I'm saying it is, like I want to see this matchup.
All right.
I mean, look.
Well, I don't. Not at the current moment. Probably because we just had it. We just had a couple feuds with them. That's probably the only reason why I kind of want it to be over.
I mean, honestly, this match, heel Roman and face Drew, is way better than their match in 2019 at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, but they wrestle the same.
Say what?
They
no, they don't.
The why? So Roman talks trash, more trash.
Roman talks trash. Roman barely don't do anything now in the match because he feels though he just go ahead, wreck his shit, and bounce. And he
even does less moves in the match. Is what you're telling me.
It'll make you heel. Drew McIntyre, since he's a face, he does more shit. The countdown, the future shot, he'll do the top rope suicida or the ropes. The kip up. Drew McIntyre was not doing the kip up when he was a heel.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, I'm actually a little excited for the way they've been booking this story in it. Because do I want to see, even though Randy Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, I didn't want to see Randy versus Roman.
Well, actually, I didn't want to see neither of them versus Roman.
So if this is what we got to do at Survivor Series, I'll take the Roman versus Drew McIntyre in their new roles now. And
I would have rather did Team Roman versus Team Drew.
So if you did that, you still got to see Roman and Drew.
Not necessarily. It's a different way. It's not one-on-one. Actually, never mind, because we did do that one time, actually. Never mind. They did do Drew versus Roman. There's like Drew, Randy Orton, and they did that once. I don't know. I just want something different than just to play on one-on-one. Because they did have a long feud of that in 2019.
Yeah, 2018 going to 2019. All right, so
one of the two.
What? So who you think wins?
Roman.
I don't have a winner. I think this match goes to a no contest.
I think Roman wins.
By disqualification.
He has a minion, so.
He has a what?
I can help. He has a minion.
He does have a minion, and he does have Paul Heyman, but for some reason, I think Sheamus gonna get involved.
Sheamus? Because
they've been teasing the whole best friend stuff with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. He got him the whole Claymore sword and the Scottish skirt to go out with his match with Randy Orton. I think what's going to happen if Raw loses at Survivor Series and Sheamus goes to SummerSlam, I can't work with none of those fellas. And he goes back there and comes at Drew McIntyre and he's like, look, I gotta focus, I go against Roman Reigns. Because that's going to be the next feud. It's not going to be like these guys are going to be just friends. It's like you got to build up to something. I think now
I want to see a Sheamus and Drew McIntyre feud.
I agree with you, but I'm letting you know that's probably the option that they got. I think Sheamus comes out and gives the bro kick to Drew McIntyre from kind of blowing him off. after his Survivor Series match, or maybe Sheamus gets eliminated first, and then he gets pissed off that Drew doesn't care, in a way. But I don't have Roman beating Drew McIntyre clean, and I don't have Drew McIntyre beating Roman clean.
Yeah, I saw Jey Uso would do something.
Now, if you go onto the SmackDown side, maybe Daniel Bryan comes, because he don't have a match so far on Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. So maybe Daniel.
I swear I thought they was gonna give him the belt.
Yeah. Now I think Daniel Bryan and Reigns is either going to be at TLC.
No, I mean not the main belt. My bad. I meant the Intercontinental.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Daniel Bryan and Reigns is either going to be at TLC or at the Rumble, like that match. That's going to be the next rivalry. DB taking on Roman for the belt at either at Rumble, TLC, or both. And if
that's
he comes,
gonna be another AJ Styles 2016 situation.
What you mean with that one? Oh, AJ versus Roman.
It's gonna be like 3 straight matches of Roman just dominating.
No, I think their Extreme Rules match and their Payback match was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. What I'm saying is I was like, oh, AJ could win, not Roman. AJ could win, maybe no Roman.
Yeah, Roman.
It's like, hey.
I mean, you're right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with like I said, I think because if Dan Bryan comes out disqualifies Roman, so it's either gonna be DB comes out against Roman or Sheamus comes out for Drew McIntyre. Actually, as I say more about it, I think Dan Bryan will come out there and screw Roman over.
That could happen.
Now it's time. I know we've been really breaking this thing down. So now it's time for The Undertaker. 30 years of The Undertaker. What is The Undertaker going to have planned? Obviously, they're bringing in a lot of Hall of Famers for a celebration. I'm just excited for the BSK stuff because Savio Vega got called, and I haven't seen Savio Vega in decades.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. When they bring people back now, it's not nothing for me to get excited about.
I mean, I agree with you.
The way that they announce it and then the way that they use it, it just be like they be like, oh, we gonna have NWO and AP and all them, and then they don't do nothing but a backstage segment. They gonna have like a backstage party of just random people walking through. Basically, that's what I feel like. So
I kind of want it to be like the Ric Flair thing from 2008. Remember when Ric Flair was celebrating his retirement and all the wrestlers came out to give him an honor on Raw? He was crying and shit. You know, I think that's what I think.
I think it was after the show too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it went after the show, but since it's the pay-per-view, 30 years of Undertaker, I think 30 years Undertaker comes out, he cuts a promo, a heartfelt promo as Mark Calloway, and officially hangs it up. But I think that you do different eras of people. Like, I know Kurt Angle, I know like Stone Cold, I know when it comes to like Teddy Long, just because of the Undertaker stuff. And you know, you have the whole roster, because that's going to be the true main event. They come out, they celebrate the Undertaker, and then you start getting to his personal stuff like Michelle McCool and his daughter. And then you get BSK. We haven't heard anything from BSK, but having Savio Vega, The Godfather, Rikishi, Mideon, Yokozuna's gone. I forgot who the other guy was that was part of BSK. But you have them come out.
How much you so you want to make a bet? Man?
Sure. What's the bet?
I'll tell you, it's gonna be a backstage promo with them just walking by. It's gonna be like some random people talking. It's gonna be like, hey, Godfather, what's going on? Yeah. What's up, Teddy? Holla, holla, holla. Hey, then we gonna go back. We gonna come back. Hey, so what's up, Vega?
So you're saying all that, and Undertaker's not gonna be involved in that at all. Do you think this is not?
I think he's gonna be there, but he's not. It's not gonna be like the farewell's gonna be at the end, but leading up to the farewell, that's all the guest appearances is gonna be in those segments.
Yeah, it'll probably be in the segments.
Undertaker's gonna come out and give a speech.
But
it's like they're not gonna come out there. They're gonna come out or give a speech, say anything. They're just gonna be in the backstage. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel as though for if you're really gonna build this thing up, or it could be an angle.
Just like they're building up the Undertaker's last match for the past 50 years.
Yeah. Do you think that it could be an angle where, look, notice that we don't have the Fiend on this card at all?
No. Whatever you get into, no. I don't want to see another Undertaker. No, I don't want to see.
It's not going to. I'm not.
Nothing.
Look,
I don't want to see this man get physical in no kind of way. I barely want to see him get in and out the ring.
Look, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be another Undertaker match. But you should hear the theories that I've been seeing on the internet. Some people even saying, "Hey, Karrion Kross comes back to beat up the Undertaker," and I'm like, I mean, I agree with you. I don't want no Karrion Kross versus Undertaker matchup.
I don't want no Undertaker getting physical at all. I don't even want to see him getting beat up on the way out. Like, I don't like just go, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Boneyard match was his best way to go out.
Yes, and so real quick, do you think he comes out in the all black, or do you think he come out with like some regular jeans and a shirt and a hat and some glasses?
I want to call with some Snoop Dogg gear.
I think he comes out looking like Biker Taker, but not like himself, but in this like in some jeans and a vest and a bandana.
Yeah.
And the shades. So that's how I feel like he'll come out.
No. I mean, I'm cool with that.
I can see them maybe put some caskets on the stage though. It's just like
you said put caskets on the stage?
Caskets, yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
Well, actually, they are gonna be in the Thunderdome, so they can just put them on the little screens.
That is true.
Yeah. Who knows what they'll do? I don't know.
I don't know what.
And why are they even bother bringing these old people out during COVID anyway?
Yeah, bro, you think Vince cares about fucking COVID? I agree with you though, but
Too long. What?
Like
all these people are probably in prime age. Godfather, what, 65?
Yeah, like literally. I think that's probably one of the the only things. Like seriously, I don't.
We'll see what happens.
I don't truly understand it, but hey, bro. all I'm saying is, I think it's going to be. Somebody said, you think that he gets jumped, almost gets just by Retribution, and the Fiend comes out and helps him, and he kind of like passes the torch without getting physical, but he passes the torch to the Fiend.
I don't want to see no physical inklings of anything. I don't want to see no. Maybe he could help the Fiend. Or I don't want to see any.
But you
that.
know, Undertaker's old school, and when you know what the old school motto is, right?
Well, he done thought he was gonna go out like 3 times, and he didn't. And he don't know what he want now. So
you go
the
out.
Best way to go.
You go out on your back.
I don't think Undertaker cares anymore about going out on your back.
I think he do, bruh. I think he do.
Alright. I don't want to see this man get physical and break a hip and then be out for another year, and then he get back, he like, oh, I feel good, and maybe I want to wrestle. Come on, man. Come on. Just please.
Look, I'm just saying. It's a process.
Okay, alright. Does that make you excited though?
Say what? If he come back to wrestle?
No, I'm saying just him getting physical or anything. Him beating up somebody, him giving a chokeslam or a tombstone.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Because first of all, if they use him to help get somebody over, which is the Undertaker's main thing, he's old school. If it helps them to get somebody over, I'm down with that. If it's to help pass the torch to somebody, I'm down with that. See, those are the kind of stuff that I'll be down with. I'm not down with the Undertaker coming back for another match. I'm not down for the Undertaker getting physical. I'm not down with Undertaker doing a tag team, anything. I'm not down with any of that shit. I just want the Undertaker to put somebody over. So it's like if he has to pass the torch to the Fiend, so be it. If Lars Sullivan comes out, remember Kurt Angle went out on his back because Lars Sullivan came out and he freak accident Kurt Angle and they didn't do nothing with it. They didn't do nothing with it at all.
That's not their fault. That's definitely not their fault.
I mean, obviously not. But I'm just saying. But it's they did nothing with that. So with that being said, I was just like,
Now we'll see. I don't know. I just don't like. At this point, I don't even care about him getting physical anymore. I'm just like, just end this, please.
And okay, so like I say, you don't have nothing special going on for it or nothing, right?
Nah, I just have him coming out giving a speech.
Okay, give a speech. Okay, does he get emotional?
Yeah, I think he gets emotional. I do. Like I said, I think they're gonna show all his friends and stuff in the back, and then they might be like gathering around, and then everybody comes out. Like, see every single wrestler come out. Like you said, Ric Flair, but I don't see them giving no speech or anything. I just see them coming out to the stage, and that's it.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. So I'm saying, so okay.
I mean, come on now. How creative do you think WWE is going to be?
You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing is, we say this, right? And then, like I said, they are creative with the people they want to be creative with. They are creative, and you know that. You know that. They are creative with the people they want to be creative with. So,
all right. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. So if it's the Undertaker and he's you know how Undertaker is and Vince are together, so I'm just like to the point where it can be a thing where like, okay, you know they'll go all fucking out for the Undertaker. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do no bullshit right for anybody else. But when they come to Undertaker, they'll go do some good for him.
Undertaker will be the second wrestler to get his casket. Never stop.
So you drew on that one. You drew on that one.
Yeah, I know who the first.
All right, so guys, that was our predictions for Survivor Series. So you guys can once again write your predictions down. If you listen to the segment on YouTube.